Whittle, Series 1, Episode 13, voiced by Neville Watchurst. Against a background of baby pink and yellow, multicoloured question marks rotate and occasionally burst like balloons. Lines of cut-out figures topple like dominoes.
It's time to be whittled. And here's the man to whittle you down, Tim Vine.
Tim jogs jauntily down steps through the banked semicircular auditorium and does a comedy dance centre stage.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lovely group of people here today. And are you in the mood for some money?
Yes!
Well, those 14 who replied to that question must be, because someone's going to get £250. And possibly £500. Sakes alive, what a windfall! Now, everybody here has got one of these. It's a keypad with 4 buttons on it. I shall be asking questions with 4 possible answers. Press the button you think has the right answer on it. If you get it right, you stay in. If you get it wrong, you go out. Last person left, after all the whittling, gets the money. All the questions will be appearing on that giant screen up there. Now, the Whittle computer, once again, has chosen 4 people from this audience, 4 people who are the most likely to win the game and get that money. It was completely wrong the last time we played this game. Will it be right this time? Round of applause for the first person, please. Hugo Morel. Hugo, where are you?
A young man in horn-rimmed glasses waves to Tim from the audience.
Is that right? Is it Morel or Moral?
Morel.
Morel?
Morel.
And it says here you like bird watching.
Yeah.
Right. Do you do it in a little hide?
Depends.
Depends.
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
But other times you just watch one go past and you go, hang on.
That has happened on occasions, yeah.
Right. So have you got your own hide with, like, a sort of pillar box thing?
Yeah.
Right. And it says here you work in your sleep.
I work in my sleep or I walk in my sleep.
Ah, you walk in your sleep. Oh, then he might have been a professional rambler. I don't know.
Walk in my sleep.
So you walk in your sleep, do you really?
Has been known, yeah.
God, has anything terrible happened from that?
Something nearly very bad happened, yeah.
What was that? You nearly went out
I
of the
was
window?
working for a famous art gallery, a security guard, and I was meant to be watching it at night, and I fell asleep.
And just ended up walking round it? Or something?
Had nothing on and was walking and announced these Ming vases.
Completely naked?
Yeah, on video camera.
Oh, no.
And it didn't break one.
You didn't break one? You must have had to pay a lot of money to get hold of the tape after that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it's out there somewhere.
Good grief. Anyway, that's Hugo. Round of applause for Hugo. So, if this game gets really boring and a naked man goes by, you'll know who it is. Jas Bassi. Round of applause for Jas. Where are you? Wave to me. Is that you there?
No.
Oh, there. Sorry. Right, it's that wave that did it. Am I pronouncing that right? Jas Bassi?
Jas, yeah.
Jas Bassi?
Bassi.
Bassi. And you're a sea stewardess.
I am, yeah.
So you go on long cruises?
Both, short and long cruises.
Right. Where's the nicest place you've been to?
Antigua.
Antigua. Great. And it says here you have an addiction to a big supermarket chain.
I do.
Right. How many of them do you eat a day?
Oh, at least 10.
Goodness me. It says you can make a bikini out of paper. Right.
Yeah.
Is that true? You can make a bikini out of paper?
Yeah, it's really easy.
Right.
The Telegraph's a good one because it's...
Yeah, go on. Actually, I'm interested, yeah.
And basically you just sort of wrap it around and do a little knot here. The bottom bit's a bit difficult because in case you're a bit wide. And you can make little shoes too.
Great. You realise all the blokes are like this now?
It's too
And you
cold.
could take note for your sleepwalking. Because if you were reading that while reading a paper or something, you could have done that. There's Jas. Round of applause for Jas. And keep that going for Richard Davis. For Richard. Where are you, Richard? Big wave. Is that you there?
No.
It's not you? No. Oh, you're not Richard Davis?
No.
Funny how you're just replying. Oh, right, I see, sorry. Oh, you aren't? I do apologise. You're not Richard Davis. Out of interest, what's your name?
Jason Robley.
Sorry for bothering you. Richard Davis over here.
Hello.
Hello. It says here you like gentle socialising.
Oh, very gentle, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is that, then?
Well,
Why not any more than gentle?
Well, too much for the old heart, you know, I couldn't take too much.
Right, OK. And that's all I've got written down here?
Is it?
Yeah. Is that what you do, just gentle socialising?
I'll get up to a few bits and pieces.
Right, we'll take that as a yes, shall we? There's Richard Davis. Round of applause to Richard. Jason Roebling. Let's hear it for Jason. Ah, you see? I knew we were coming to you at some point, because you were looking at me as if to say, I am supposed to be talking to you, but not yet. So, Jason, it says here, you play the drums and your neighbours complain.
Yep, and the dog sings.
The dog sings along?
Yeah.
What, the neighbour's dog or...?
Our dog.
Your dog?
Yeah.
What, sing actual words?
No, just howls.
Just howls?
Yeah.
Wow. Right, and the cat hates it, it says
Yeah,
here?
runs away all the time.
Right.
Garage.
Right, so do you want to play drums professionally, or are you happy just annoying people with it?
Just annoying people.
Right, great. There's Jason! And that's our four to follow. Well, those are the four most likely to win, but there are a lot of other people here as well. Are you ready to be whittled? Whittle away! Here comes the first question. Have a look at this picture. That's a good picture of Elvis, isn't it? To whom was Marilyn Monroe married? Start the clock. Was it Albert Schweitzer, Arthur Miller, Max Miller or Windy Miller? Albert Schweitzer, Arthur Miller, Max Miller or Windy Miller? To whom was Marilyn Monroe married? Well, let's find out how many of you know the answer to that. Let's see how you've all voted. 61 Arthur Miller. 17 of you think she was married to that music hall comedian Max Miller. Let's find out what the right answer is, please. Arthur Miller, 61, still in, yes. Oh, Jason. Jason Roebling, so soon. We've lost you.
Oh, well.
Because you voted for...
3.
For 3, which was Max Miller. Do you know who Max Miller is?
No.
As I say, he's a comedian, so I'm sorry, it wasn't Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Monroe's husband. But so, 61 of you still in. And 3 of the 4 to follow left in at this point. Did you know Marilyn Monroe, and this is actually true, she actually chopped off part of the heel on one of her shoes so she had that sexy walk? You know that? Did anyone know that? Yes. One person knew that. There we are. You'd have to be a bit vain to do that, wouldn't you? Right, next question.
Tim limps.
Who was the first Tsar of Russia? Start the clock. Ivan the Terrible, Boris the Beastly, Dmitri the Demented, Vlad the Voluptuous. Ivan the Terrible, Boris the Beastly, Dmitri the Demented, or was it Vlad the Voluptuous? Let's find out how you've all voted. Right. What's the right answer, please? Ivan the Terrible, 53 of you in. And Chris Thompson. Where's Chris Thompson, please? Chris, Vlad the Voluptuous. Had you heard of him?
No.
You hadn't? Well, I'm afraid we've lost Chris. There we go. A little round of applause, just a little of sympathy. Do you know there's actually a game show in Russia where you have to dress up as Russian kings? It's called Tsars in Your Eyes. Right, so we're down to 53 of you, and we carry on the whittling towards that grand prize. And my word, is it grand? No, it's not. It's half a grand. Which of these is a book by Stephen King? Start the clock. What, it, that, or when? What, it, that, or when? I sense we might have lost a few of you here. There's a bit of a rumbling. Let's find out how you've all voted. Oh, not that many. Well, was it the right answer? Yes, it was. 49 of you. And still 3 to follow there are still in it. Now, who voted for when? Who voted for when? Anyone want to own up to that? When? Oh, it was you. Oh, what's your name?
Trixie.
Trixie. Have you heard of Stephen King?
Yes, of course.
Right, read any of his books?
No.
No. I'm afraid we've lost Trixie. I'm sorry about that, Trixie. Round of applause to Trixie as she goes.
Trixie, a rather elderly lady, beams at the camera.
The last book I read was an encyclopedia. I know what you're thinking. That explains everything. Here's a question. What does a Frenchman mean when he says quel dommage? Start the clock. Get out of my bath. What's the damage? What a pity. Or no cheese for me. Which was the correct answer there? Let's find out how you've all voted. 17 of you went for What's the Damage? 23, What a Pity. Someone thrown by the fromage connection, I think, with no cheese for me. So one of you went for that. What's the correct answer, please? What a pity, 23 of you in. We lost a few there. Jenny Moore, Jenny? Jenny, I'm afraid we lost you.
Yeah.
You thought it was no cheese for me?
No, he actually pressed the button, but...
Oh, he leant over and pressed the button for you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, are you still in, sir? What was your name again?
Chris.
Oh, you're out, and you thought, well, she can come out as well. Well, what a lovely man. Yeah, that's the wrong one. And there goes the money. Well, we've lost them both. And we've also lost Richard Davis. Richard, I'm afraid we've lost you.
Yeah, my
So,
French
a bit
isn't
more
what it
time
used
for
to be.
gentle socialising. Richard's gone. Hugo and Jazz remain in, 2 of our 4 to follow. OK, we now need 10 people to go through to the second half out of that 23. So we're going to do a timed question, and we want the 10 quickest correct answers to this question in order to go forward for that money in the second half. Here is the question. Very quick on those buttons. What kind of close encounters were there in 1977? Start the clock. The first kind, the second kind, the third kind, or the fourth kind? Close encounters in 1977. Let's find out how you've all voted. Most of you have gone for the third kind. Is it the third kind? It is. 17 of you still in, but which 10 were the quickest? See you after this break.
End of part 1.